A 2023 peer-reviewed study published in Scientific Reports found fungi growing inside 82% of household washing machines tested. Not residue, not discoloration, living fungal colonies. The most common species identified were Aspergillus and Cladosporium. Both are documented respiratory pathogens. Both were confirmed to transfer directly onto laundered textiles. Your clothes come out of the wash carrying organisms that colonized the rubber gasket while you weren't looking. That's not speculation. That's mycological sampling under controlled conditions. Here's what makes this ugly. The fix exists. It costs roughly $1. And the companies selling you $1,000 machines have never once mentioned it. All 5 major appliance manufacturers settled class action lawsuits covering 11.5 million machines. Exposed in court, exposed by their own customers. And not one settlement required them to recommend the cheapest preventive solution available. By the end of this video, you will know the exact 5-minute monthly protocol that eliminates the biological root of washing machine mold for approximately $1 per treatment. This channel exists for one type of person, the type who'd rather spend $12 a year than $600. If that's you, you're in the right place. Every video here recovers practical knowledge that market incentives have quietly buried. Not because the information is secret, because sharing it is unprofitable for everyone except you. Now let me show you where this science actually comes from. Enzyme-based cleaning is not new. It is not experimental. In the 1960s, a Danish company called Novo Industry commercialized Sterilize and protease for use in laundry detergents. That was 6 decades ago. In Japan, Kao Corporation built an entire product line around enzyme-enhanced detergents. Their attack brand marketed explicitly against mold. Japanese coin laundries adopted enzyme-based self-cleaning protocols as standard operations. This was never fringe science. It was mainstream chemistry that one hemisphere embraced and another ignored. Here's the biochemistry in plain language. Protease enzymes cleave protein-based deposits. That means sweat, skin cells, blood. Lipase enzymes dissolve sebum and fabric softener residue. Sodium percarbonate generates hydrogen peroxide on contact with water, adding oxidative agitation. Together, they don't just kill organisms, they dismantle the structure those organisms live inside. That structure is called biofilm. And biofilm is the reason bleach fails you. Stiefel and colleagues published a study in 2016 demonstrating that enzymatic cleaners achieved approximately 90% biofilm removal. Standard formulations without enzymes managed roughly 60%. That 30-point gap is the entire problem. Bleach kills what's on the surface. The biofilm scaffold underneath survives intact. Within weeks, recolonization begins on the same foundation. You're sterilizing a house without demolishing the condemned framing. Hospitals figured this out decades ago. The question is, why nobody told you? What you're watching right now is the surface layer of the research behind this topic. The vault contains the full sourcing, the manufacturer-specific documentation, the enzyme supplier breakdowns, and the extended protocol variations. No filler, no fluff, just the deeper material for people who want the complete picture. Link is below this video. But stay right here, because the litigation history is next, and it changes how you understand every washing machine you've ever owned. Let's put the science and the lawsuits side by side. The 2023 Scientific Report study didn't just find fungi in 82% of machines. It identified the inner rubber door seal as the primary colonization site. 27.7% of isolates were Aspergillus. 10.7% were Cladosporium, both confirmed on post-wash textiles. Consumer Reports surveyed over 74,000 members. Between 13 and 16% of front-loader owners reported mold problems. Front-loader market share dropped from 38% in 2009 to 30% by 2024. Consumers voted with their wallets because the industry wouldn't address the gasket. 5 manufacturers settled class action lawsuits. Whirlpool alone covered 5.6 million units. Samsung faced a class action in 2012 that was dismissed in 2014. By 2024, Samsung was litigating flange corrosion claims. The pattern is consistent. Acknowledge the defect in court. Settle quietly. Never recommend the $12 per year preventive. Meanwhile, in hospitals' sterile processing departments, a product called Enzyme BioClean passes ISO 15883 Annex F for biofilm removal on surgical instruments. Same enzyme classes, protease, lipase, hospital validated on devices that enter human body cavities. The science isn't in question. The application to your washing machine simply isn't profitable for anyone to promote. So what do manufacturers recommend instead? Samsung's own maintenance protocol instructs you to wipe the gasket after every single load, leave the door open between uses, run a dedicated tub clean cycle, clean the detergent dispenser, use only HE powder detergent, and avoid fabric softener entirely. 6 steps, every load, indefinitely. When the gasket fails anyway, replacement costs run $150 to $400 for standard models, up to $660 for stackable units. Branded tub cleaners like Afresh cost $8 to $15 per box. And here's the part they don't mention. A new gasket molds on the same timeline if the biofilm isn't addressed. You're buying the same part on a recurring schedule. Stack the numbers. $1 per month for an enzyme tablet, $12 per year, versus $150 to $660 for a gasket that will recolonize, versus $800 to $1,500 for a new machine when you give up entirely. The cost differential is not marginal. It is grotesque. Every video on this channel saves you money someone else was planning to collect. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Now, before you buy anything, here's what this tablet cannot do. Enzymes denature above 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Run the cycle hot, but not at the absolute maximum on machines with a sanitized setting. If your gasket already has structural rubber damage from years of mold penetration, the tablet cannot reverse physical degradation. These tablets are not registered disinfectants. They remove the substrate that organisms need. They do not kill on contact. Heavily soiled machines may need 2 to 3 consecutive monthly treatments before visible results. And no enzyme tablet fixes a mechanical failure. If your drain pump is broken, that's a different problem entirely. That transparency matters. This is not a miracle product. It is commodity biochemistry applied correctly. Here's the protocol. Empty the drum completely. Place one tablet directly in the drum, not in the detergent dispenser. Select the hottest available cycle or the tub clean setting, keeping water temperature between 100 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal enzyme activity. After the cycle completes, manually wipe the door gasket fold with a clean cloth. Run one follow-up rinse cycle. Leave the door jar afterward. Frequency? Once per month or every 30 loads. Pet owners, families with young children, or immunocompromised households should consider twice monthly. Total investment, 5 minutes and $1. Let's close the loop. A 2023 study confirmed fungi in 82% of washing machines. 5 manufacturers settled lawsuits covering 11.5 million units. Hospitals solved biofilm contamination with enzyme cleaners decades ago. The consumer version costs $12 a year. No owner's manual in any country mentions enzyme tablets. The information was never hidden. It was simply never profitable for anyone in the supply chain to share it. Every party profits from the problem persisting. Nobody profits from the solution except you. You now know more about washing machine maintenance than every owner's manual ever published is willing to tell you. Send this to anyone who owns a front loader. Next week in the vault, we go deeper on another product category where the same economics apply. Same pattern, same buried fix, same math that doesn't lie.